Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carlotta Stackhouse, and I am doing my passion project on phobias, or the phobias of my students. My title is talking about unmasking forensics, a hands-on guide for the science phobic student. Got forensics? Everybody talks about forensics. Forensics is science that is in relationship to criminal justice cases. It helps us discover about what happened in a crime scene and who did the crime themselves.
Hey.
The target audience that we're talking about for my science, my passion project, are the science phobic students. These science focused students often feel that they are afraid of taking science classes like biology and physics and math because of, of just being afraid of it, because everybody don't like math. People hate science, but they love those science shows, don't they? So because people are afraid of science, and we have some great people who have great minds, we're missing out on those students because of that phobia. So let's talk about getting it accessible to our students, because accessible education in forensic science fosters inclusivity and encourages diverse populations and diverse looking at different types. How do you approach a crime scene? We're also in this textbook going to talk about getting rid of some of that myth about being a CSI. They always talk about how glamorous they are and everything else, but this is hard work, because when you're doing forensic, you're dealing with people and their lives, and we're speaking for the victims. So, because we're looking at the science phobic student, let's talk about changing how we teach. Let's look at the different approaches that we can use. You know, hands-on activities, because science, again, we have standard experiments that they use, but with forensics, it's hands-on because every crime scene is totally different. How do I do a fingerprint? How do I do blood analysis? How do I do a a bullet example? Then we talk about interactive activities, actually being immersed in it, like the digital expansion. What are we going to do? Because there's so many digital tools, and our students are in that digital age, that we have to be innovative with that. Like I said earlier, the immersion learning experience. Let's immerse our students into those courses, making sure that they understand what we're talking about. Incorporating augmented reality, because some people don't like blood and guts. Remember that time when you had to dissect that frog? Ugh. So, this one gives you the opportunity not to see the live thing.
Yeah.
And then gamification, because this generation loves games. They love it. So let's make it, I guess, value added, because when they like, oh, I found a casing, a gun casing, I found a ring. They get points. That's fun, but they're also learning. So with all of this, let's talk about our strategic partnerships that we can form for collaboration, like organizations that are educational institutions and nonprofits. Of course, like I said, we have the STEM, and the project aligns with the innovations that the National Science Foundation's STEM initiatives are. We have the college STEM programs that are in every college that can be incorporated with the forensic criteria. We have the forensic outreach programs from the American Academy of Natural Sciences that we can incorporate. And of course, because of all this, we're empowering our students because through hands-on activities, they gain confidence in their ability to comprehend those complex, they thought were complex, ideas. Real world application, because now they're seeing that reason why I need to know what blood is composed of, that's real world. And why it's so important to know how to convert temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit and back. That's real world.
Right.
Critical thinking, because forensics is thinking outside the box, because no two crime scenes are alike. So you got to adjust. And then, of course, we're empowering that original curiosity of those students. So with this, we're getting feedback from our partners, from the educational and the professional forensic groups. Therefore, we're transforming that landscape because that's what it's all about, transformation. Following my forensic textbook is an innovative approach for learning. Because not the old standard, big old textbooks that we used to have, but something that you can feel and touch and live. So, in summary, that textbook project could effectively bridge the gap between forensic science and the science-focused students because it's promoting accessibility in education with hands-on activity and technological advances and integration. So, we're fostering curiosity, critical thinking, while addressing the misconceptions of what you see in TV. And that's the reason why this is my passion. Thank you.